One of the areas of confusion I so often hear among students is one of my parents is Christian and the other one is Catholic. Oh, no. This is a big pet peeve of mine.
As students of religion, we shouldn't even ask a question about whether one is Catholic or Christian.
I totally get it. You hear it all the time in the media and on campus, Christian versus Catholic. But from an academic perspective, this represents a fundamental category error. Christianity is the overall religion, and it has three families. First, the Eastern Orthodox family of churches. Second, the Roman Catholic family of churches. And third, the Protestant churches.
Let's look at the origins of Christianity in a little more detail. The Christian church starts with Jesus and his disciples in the first century of the Common Era. For the first 1,000 years or so, the church was more or less united in one church. Everybody was just a Christian. Around the 11th century, the church divided into two main branches: the Eastern Orthodox Church, which was mostly in the eastern part of the Roman Empire, and the Roman Catholic Church, that was mostly in the western part of the Roman Empire. This event is called the Great Schism of 1053. Moving forward to the 16th century, there's another schism in the Roman Catholic Church. This is called the Protestant Reformation, and this is when Martin Luther and a series of other reformers left the Roman Catholic Church to start their own churches. This Protestant movement would eventually schism into many, many different kinds of Protestant churches. In fact, 43,000 Protestant churches exist today. Everybody who is a Christian is either Eastern Orthodox, Roman Catholic, or Protestant.
This distinction between Christian and Catholic is not just an academic error. As importantly, it's potentially offensive to our Roman Catholic Christian friends, because the origins of this distinction go back to the Protestant Reformation, when the Protestants were trying to claim Christianity for themselves and say that the Roman Catholics from which they split are not real Christians. In fact, they shouldn't even be able to claim to be Christian at all, but we should call them papists, people who worship the Pope. And so the origins of this is actually within the polemic that goes back more than 500 years between Protestant Christians and Roman Catholic Christians.
In fact, there's a long and sad history of anti-Catholic sentiments in America that you still see present even today.
So please, I beg of you, do not make this category error for the sake of both historical accuracy and out of respect for your fellow students.
So remember, if you want to identify the Christian family of someone, use the term Eastern Orthodox Christian, or Roman Catholic Christian, or Protestant Christian, or you can simply call somebody a Christian. Just don't contrast Christian with Catholic. If you avoid this error, we will all be a little bit more understanding of each other and more knowledgeable about religion itself.